What do you think of this one?
Welcome one and all to the Russian Grand Prix. We're just a stone's throw from the Georgian border here at Sochi as we get ready to begin the race that served up an absolute cracker back in 2015. A last lap collision between Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas sparked controversy in that race, so let's hope the racing is just as tight today. Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Close barriers may make overtakes more challenging, but with 56% of the lap taken absolutely flat out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk briefly about Carlos Sainz. There's a new gearbox in the back of that car, which means a grid penalty, and hopefully some excitement as they make their way through the field.
Fingers crossed that's one failure they won't have to worry about today, at least. There's not much of a silver lining to starting down the field with a penalty, but I think they'll be able to make some of that back up over the course of the race.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It's Red Bull in pole position then, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Nico Hülkenberg, and Ericsson, Bottas, Gasly, Sainz, and Esteban Ocon, Hamilton, Magnussen, Sebastian Vettel, and Grosjean, Hartley, Sirotkin, Fernando Alonso, and Stoffel Van Dorn. Perez. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
We need a big effort today if we want to catch Ricciardo in the Drivers' Championship. OK, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power. Some information on Hulkenberg. They seem to have an issue. Green flag. OK, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past. Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. Yellow flag. Engine is showing small signs of wear. Power output will be down. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hyper softs. Gap to teammate behind is 2.1 seconds. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Confirmed. You're sat in P2. Leclerc ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 2.0 seconds. They're on fresh hypersofts. OK, the gap behind is 3.0 seconds. They're on fresh hypersofts. Pit window will open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. There are 10 laps to go. OK, clear. Leclerc is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. They're building a lead of 0.6 per lap. They're on fresh hypersofts. Their tyres are 4 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:34.4. Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green. Caution, caution. Daniel behind. Our gap behind is 2.9 seconds. They're on old Hypersofts. Their tyres are 4 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 34.8. Daniel's in the pits. Okay, we're not seeing any issues with tyre wear right now. You should have good grip for a while yet. We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. There is a fault to the DRS. You won't be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out. You're leading the pack, P1. Leclerc is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 21.3 seconds. They're on fresh Ultra Softs. The pit window is open. Pit window currently open. 7 laps to go. Okay, remember to pit this lap. Go now. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Second place, you're in second place. Leclerc ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 3.5 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. The gap behind us is 2.5 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. We're leading our teammate by 3.9 seconds. Leclerc is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 2.2 seconds. They're on fresh ultra softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:34.2. Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Okay, good work. Great pass. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. That's a race win. You've really been great today.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So here come our winning drivers today, and what a race it was. There's been a big push at the factory lately to get these cars ready, and we can see the fruits of that labour today as Red Bull lift the winner's trophy. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Difficult call, Crofty, but I'd like to say Sergio Perez. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of his tyres, and he showed that here today.
The Constructors' title may already be decided, but another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Sauber, whose good result moves them further up the championship. That's it for goodbye, and see you again next time.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really happy. Was there really any competition for you today? You must be thrilled to be up on the podium. What do you think made the difference between this weekend and last weekend? It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it? Great! Well, that's everything.
Great work this weekend. It was fantastic to see you up on that podium. Here we can adjust the terms of our proposal. The more ambitiously we set our targets, the more willing the team will be to give us better perks. We'll have a few chances to suggest a deal, but we need to be careful. If a proposed contract exceeds your value to the team, it will be rejected, and too many attempts will leave us stuck with the original offer. Okay, that proposal looks good. It seems all parties are happy with the deal, so it'll commence at the next race weekend.
I recommend we could go for something like this.